Hello warriors, and welcome to another week with me, Susie Barolo, Certified Life and Wellness Coach. I am here to guide you to live a life that you love and to feel more in control and calm in your days. And the way that we're doing that today is looking at cleaning out some clutter. It is springtime as I record this. It doesn't quite feel like it outside. It actually flurried this morning, but I am diving into and embracing the idea that it is spring, and if I keep reminding the universe of that, I'm hoping that the warmer weather will come. With spring, what happens often is we think of spring cleaning and we think of the actual things in our house, and spring is a great time to look around and see what maybe we've taken in to nourish us in the winter and what to get rid of. And while I absolutely encourage you to get rid of the physical clutter in your life today, we're looking more at internal clutter. A note on that physical clutter does impact, like external clutter impacts your internal clutter. So if you have a lot of physical clutter around you, you're going to feel it inside. It creates chaos inside. So please, definitely, I will link to one of my blogs that I wrote on clearing the clutter that actually looks at 4 different parts, maybe 5 different parts of your house and ways that you can specifically take action in clearing the clutter there. But again, today is looking at our internal clutter that we keep around sort of up here and what impacts us internally. I'm going to be looking at 3 different areas to clean. The first one is thoughts. Susie's favorite. We have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, and thoughts are sentences in our mind. Most of these thoughts are automatic. We actually most of our thoughts, 96% of them are automatic, and they're sort of on replay over and over and over again from our past. In order to straighten out an area in your house, to do the same thing when you're straightening out an area in your brain, you have to bring awareness to it. And so bringing awareness to what you're thinking, what thoughts are those that keep replaying in your mind? Where are they coming from? Whose voice is that? Start listening in to what you're telling yourself during the day. Which thoughts are you focusing on? Which ones come up daily for you? Where did that thought even come from? Who planted that in your mind? Whose voice is that? Our thoughts are just sentences in our mind. They're not necessarily true, and they're usually from a voice of the past. Whose voice is, who's telling you those things? Who are you still allowing into your head? Your mom, a critical teacher, a critical boss? Pay attention and then zero in and think, okay, so when I think those thoughts, how do I feel? How does thinking that thought make me feel? What do I do when I think those thoughts? Here are some thoughts that come up often that you might want to think of cleaning out this spring, part of the clear your spring. The thought, I can't do that, no matter what it is. I can't lose the weight. I can't go out for that new job. I can't stop my job and change it. Whatever it is, I can't. Where'd that come from? Why are you choosing to tell yourself that? Or the thought, I'm lazy, or I'm unmotivated, I'm disorganized. These are not truths. These are not, you cannot prove that in a court of law that you're disorganized. You're telling yourself that. When you tell yourself you're disorganized, how do you feel? How do you act when you feel that way? So your thoughts create your life and your reality. It's time to start paying attention to them. How about the thought, I am moody? How does that make you feel? Possibly moody. How about the thought, I'm always late? How does thinking that thought make you feel? And then what do you generally do when you think that thought? So these are all important pieces when we're cleaning out our mental clutter. These are thoughts. They are not true. These are things you're choosing to tell yourself. The more aware we can become of the thoughts we're thinking, the easier it is to clean it out. The beautiful thing about spring cleaning of your thoughts is you actually don't have to do much more than 1, bring attention to the thought you're thinking, okay? And 2, question it. So it's much easier than like going into your big old closet and trying to figure out what you're going to donate or this or that. You actually just have to bring awareness to it. Like, I keep telling myself I'm disorganized. And then question it. Is that thought true? Is that thought helping me? How do I act when I think that thought? What would I be without that thought? Question it. Once you've stopped the thought from playing on that automatic replay, your cleaning has started. The thought will no longer automatically derail your day. You gain control of your feelings and the actions you take in your day. The second area I want us to look at as we're spring cleaning our internal system are our habits. Which habits are not helping you in your life? What do you do that adds stress to your life? What do you do routinely that adds stress to your life? These would be nice habits to send off to Goodwill or to put in the trash can during our spring cleaning frenzy. Similar to thoughts, when you pause to bring attention to the things that you're routinely doing, you gain action over those habits or over those things. So look around you. What do you do? Do you routinely hit snooze every morning? Do you buy cookies every time you're at the supermarket? Do you reach for your phone whenever there's a lull in your day? Do you turn on the TV the minute you walk in the door? Do you automatically pour a glass of wine when preparing dinner? These are all habits and these are routines and they become embedded in us. We don't even think about them. I'm not here to judge what you're doing. I'm not here to say if any of those things are right or wrong. Only you know if the actions that you routinely take add value or add stress to your life. And that's what I'm here. I'm here to shine a light on what you're doing and remind you that you're choosing to do those things. You choose to hit snooze. You choose to spend your time watching TV. Do you want to continue making these choices? That's up to you. When you do these things, how do you feel afterwards? When you do these things, what don't you get done in your day? Or what do you get done in your day? Maybe a lot of excess eating, a lot of excess complaining. Just bring attention to it. Spring is a great time to kick out a habit so you have room for a new one. One of my favorite quotes is, if you're not moving forwards, you're moving backwards. Where can you take a habit out of your life and bring a new one in? The third area I want to look at today are relationships. The people we spend our time around influence us in all ways of our life. Our budget, our health, in all ways, our mood. Study after study shows who you surround yourself with influences you. A great thing I heard a teacher tell kids once was, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Okay, that's for us too. Show me your friends, I'll show you your mood, I'll show you your bank account, I'll show you your health, I'll show you your spending habits, all of that. And what we can do this spring is look at why. Who do we surround ourselves with, and why do we surround ourselves with our people? With these people. And like our habits, let's ask, do these people add value or do they add stress to my life? Do they uplift you? Do they support you? Do they encourage you to be that best you that you can be? Great question I like to ask myself and my clients is, how do you feel after you're around them? Okay, really be discerning here. I don't care who it is that you're around, whether it's your friend that you've had since elementary school or your mother. You are an adult and you always have a choice who is in your life. You do. If the people with whom you regularly communicate and regularly interact with don't add value to your life, why do you keep interacting and communicating with them? Really, ask yourself, why? We usually stay in these relationships because of some sort of fear, and that's something that a coach can help you with. Fear is not an empowering emotion to live from. In no way, no shape, no how. Fear constricts you and limits your ability to shine in this world. Choose who you surround yourself with. The greatest determiner of our overall happiness is the quality of our relationships. If we're constantly put down or battered or going on the defensive in our relationships, it's going to impact every other area of your life. Who do you interact with daily, weekly? Who do you get together with out of obligation? This is a form of shoulding on yourself. I like to say, stop shoulding on yourself. Do you say, I should call her because she's my sister? Or I should invite her to lunch because it's my mother-in-law? Really? Where do you fit into that equation? How is that playing out in your life? Your mental and physical health are the average of the 5 people with whom you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with complainers, you're going to complain. If you surround yourself with negative people, you're going to be negative. If you surround yourself with wealthy people, you're going to be wealthy. If you surround yourself with victims, you're going to play the victim in your life. So let's choose who you call. Choose who you text. Choose whose emails you respond to. You're an adult and you get to choose. This whole post is about taking responsibility for your space, the space in your head and the space around you. If something or someone is toxic, degrading, or disempowering, don't allow it or them into your physical space. or your mental space. Okay, please let me know how your spring cleaning is going while you're doing this. These are, when you push back against, especially in relationships, you will get some pushback. People, I remember someone saying to me, I just want the old Susie back. And I was like, okay, it's not going to happen. But if people, if you've allowed people to treat you in a certain way, they're going to want to continue treating you in that way. And when you start standing up for yourself, you might notice some resistance, and I am here for you with that. I have a lot of responsibility in that area, but I really do encourage you to start looking at these 3 areas and cleaning out your life. You'll feel wonderful. My 6-week program is a wonderful place to start when you're making changes, and a great way to sort of add control, the feeling of control back into your life, and some calmness. I will have the link in my blog post. You are an adult. You are an adult. I'll repeat that. You're an adult, and you are in charge of your life. This is a scary thing to realize, but it's oh so liberating. So let's go, warriors. Spring is a great time to spring into new change, and a great time to shine. I'm here for you. I am grateful for you. I love what you're doing in this world, and I just encourage you to shine on. Shine it out, guys. Bye.